guys, thanks for tuning in today's drive-by. Today's 89 degrees in southern Florida. It's June 9th, 2015. I hope everybody's doing healthy, wealthy, and wise. It's about 12:49. Today is actually Tuesday. I'll be going for my Glock Armorer's course, which is the 11th, which is Thursday of this week. So, if you guys have any questions about Glocks, anything you want me to ask, please, just leave a message. I guess that's what this video is going to be about. Let's just go a quick overview of the Glock. The Glock is a single action. It has the safe system safeties. Has 3 safeties internally. They're not active safeties, they're really passive safeties. There's the trigger safety, there's a drop safety, firing striker safety. So they're nothing you can really like turn on and turn off. When we talk about active safety, like on a 1911, a slide safety, or a beaver tail safety, or on another gun like on a 5.7 or something like that, those are active safeties where you can turn on and off. It has the passive safeties, and it was done that because of, I believe, a request by a lot of law enforcement too, and military. They wanted something that was safe and fast to handle, where they didn't have to mess with safeties, because a lot of times putting a safety on or off can be the difference of a few seconds or maybe minutes of firing your gun. So that's what they actually decided. Gaston Glock, it's been around for a very, very, very long time, the gun. Mainly when the Glock was made for a fairly inexpensive combat gun. The accuracy wasn't, a big one. It wasn't like a match grade 1911 or a target gun. It was mainly meant in the dirt, under all conditions, to do the job and get the job done. So that's why the 1911 came out, because that was a little bit more accurate and had just different functions in it because of that trigger pull. But the Glock is what it is. Now, a lot of people customize them. I'm no different. But there's a limit of what you're going to customize. Myself, I don't think modifying the internals too much of the gun is worth it, because and if you're going to have a reliable gun, because when you modify the internal functions of it too much, you take away the reliability. You start putting real high-end parts in it. Those parts require maintenance, require cleaning, and they might function differently. If you had a real expensive Ferrari, you probably wouldn't want to drive that every day because of maintenance issues. But if you got just a regular Chevy, you could probably drive the shit out of it, or like a Nissan or something. So it's the same thing with a gun. There's some guns that are meant just for, target, carry, defense. There's different. But the Glock was actually meant for just about everything. A lot of people do modify them. Some of the modifications are safe, some aren't. That's why I'm saying, that's why I decided for you guys on YouTube to just go get a Glock Armorer's course. And I'll be certified, and then I can just answer your questions. Maybe we can do, the Google video or whatever it is, or when you talk and stuff like that. And we'll go through some of the Glock and modifications on it, so you guys can do it safely. Myself, really all I would probably modify, depending on how deep you want to go, maybe do some fancy stuff on the slide. You can add RMR, maybe a different barrel, maybe polish some of the internal parts, maybe change a connector. I would probably put a factory connector. You can buy them off eBay, a little bit more, about $6 more than a Ghost and stuff, but it's better quality. They're thicker, they're better made, and they're meant for the Glock. And possibly change the trigger spring to maybe a New York 1 or a New York 2, or a slightly different poundage. But that's probably about all I would. And you can actually polish some of the internal surfaces too. But, that's probably all I would really do on the gun. other than, you know, your typical grips and stippling and lights, crap like that. You got to be careful where you see these guys on YouTube drilling holes into them and putting screws in them. I don't know how safe that is. You know, the gun is, you know, I mean, if it was meant to have that there, I think the manufacturer would have put it there, wouldn't he? Because he also wanted to design a gun that was free of lawsuits. Because some of the earlier guns with the real light trigger pull, people were going off, and I think there was actually a lawsuit. They used to have real light trigger pulls on those guns with real like 2-pound connectors or 3-pound connectors, and they had some problems. So you know, you got to be really careful. But you know, this is my drive-by, my letting you guys know we'll be having a Glock Armorer's Corner coming up, and it'll answer questions or concerns and stuff you have about your Glocks. You know, I wish you guys would, you know, post some videos, links on this video to Glocks that you have and work that you have done. And let me just say this, most of the stuff that I get done, I usually do a video on it. Some people have been having, you know, some of the work I got done by some companies have been getting some work done, and it's not good. I have no control over that, so I mean, if you have a problem with something, you can PM me, message me, post a message on this, you know, on any of my videos asking if I can help, and I'll try to help you in any way I can. But Glocks are cool. They're definitely nice guns. The first thing I did on mine is I replaced the trigger. I replaced it with not really the trigger was fine, but I you know, not that the trigger was bad. I replaced it with a cider lock, and the cider lock is a whole trigger you get, and there's metal replacement parts on it, and it locks the trigger, so you can't fire it. So it's a safety, and it's very easy to disengage by just pushing a little button. It's like your old, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the Mossberg 500s, the older ones. I don't know if the new ones have it. They used to have a push-pull safety on the side. You could push it, and then there was a little red dot on the other side. That's kind of the mentality cider lock works. And it's, you know, it doesn't void your warranty. It's easy to take out. You can put the original factory Glock trigger back in. It's just a little cosmetic, you know, stuff to clean it up, but you could put it in, so it's not affecting your gun to that standard. It's not expensive. It's about $50, and you can put it in yourself. But you should look at some of my videos on how I did it, and then you'll save some grief. But yeah, Glock Armorer's Corner will be coming up, and I hope everybody gets, it helps everybody, and you get a bunch of information, and it's something that's informational for you. So thanks a lot for tuning into my drive-by. I'm actually on the US 41 going south towards Cape Coral, Florida. I have to go over Cape Coral off of near Diplomat, it's called. That's the one. And I've got about 12 miles to go. Should get there about 1:14. It's about to go 58. And I'm going about 50 miles an hour. Speed limit's 65 here, so that's about what I usually go, because my car, there's a lot of miles on it, and I don't really want to beat the shit out of it. It's not that it's an old car, it's only a 2012, and I've got about, let's see if I look at the odometer, 150,000 miles on it. So I've got, you know, a lot of miles on the car, so I want to make it last another 150,000, or until I get another one, which not sure when that's going to be, but you know, it's a 2012, it's only 3 years old, but I got a lot of miles on it. But I tell you, the Nissan, this car has been a pretty reliable car to me. I haven't even changed the brakes yet, so this car is pretty good. But thanks a lot for tuning into my video. Everybody have a great day, and I appreciate your time. Thanks a lot, and please continue tuning into my drive-bys. Thanks a lot, buddies. Thanks guys.